I love that you are here. So we're live streaming on Facebook. We are also live streaming on YouTube. And I'm getting ready to go live on the gram in 3, 2, 1. So if you see me looking in between, good morning, Instagram fam. I know I need to show y'all more love over here. And so if you see me looking in between, I'm live here. I'm live on Facebook and I'm live on YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. For those of you who are new to my work, my movement, my energy, I want to let you know who I am and why I want to have this conversation with you this morning about whether or not your business is actually operational. Put operational in the comments. It's one thing to go on irs.gov and get an EIN. It's something entirely different to actually have an operational, investable business. How many entrepreneurs are listening to me live in real time? If you have a company, a business, put your website in the comments. What are you doing? What is your actual business? Put it in the comment section. Say, yes, Tama, I'm a dreamer. If you don't have an active website, but you have a social media page for your business, put it in the comments. I want to see who's here. I want to create an opportunity for you to get some visibility. If you don't have a business social media page and you're at the startup phase and you're brainstorming, then go ahead and put the name of your business, what you intend to call your business. Put that in the comment section. So y'all can see I'm in my bed. I have the freedom to work wherever I want to. I can work at my office in my home. I can work at my headquarters office in Riverdale, Maryland, or I can get up and start my day literally working in my bed. And part of the reason I have the freedom to do that is because of the infrastructure I've created. So my name is Tama Aziz Serwa, for those of you who are new to me. I have been a full-time entrepreneur for 12 years. I've been creating businesses, though, since I was 6 years old. So I've done everything from my childhood business dreams to a nonprofit. I've ran 501c3 organizations. Like, I've done a lot in my life. But the Womb Sauna is my most successful business. It has created the most impact worldwide. I've literally trained practitioners in 17 different countries. I've been able to create a self-sufficient 6-figure and up income business, doing absolutely what I love every single day and being my authentic self, right? So I don't offer information based on templates, theories, and what looks popular. I can only offer wisdom and information based upon who I am, my experiences, and my philosophy behind coaching my business clients is that the only way to truly learn how to do business is to do business. It's going to be hard to learn how to be successful in business and you ain't getting nothing done. You're not operational. If I had $600,000 to give your business today, the first thing I'm going to vet to see if your business is good soil is what your business is actually doing. If I peek in on a Monday morning, what am I going to see happening in your company? And when you don't run a brick and mortar business, it's not as easy to articulate. If you are a digital empress or empire, right? Like, or emperor, you have an online business, you have a virtual business, right? So maybe I can't just walk up and knock on the door and come into your business. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be operational and there shouldn't be some key things happening that I should be able to trace if I'm in a position to buy from you or invest in your company. What happens on a Monday morning in your business? See, when you wing it, you get winging it results. So I find in my work, and part of the reason I've created resources, classes, masterminds, those types of things for entrepreneurs is because the work that I do with women in the womb sauna began to crack open that sacral chakra energy. And women began to birth their entrepreneurial dreams just because they started doing womb work. It makes sense though. It's all the same energy centers, and everything is vibrational. Everything is vibrational. So while I find that a lot of business owners constantly are looping in their mind, how do I get more money? How do I get more cash flow? How do I get more success? How do I grow the impact and get to the scaling phase of business? Really, the question is, how do you operate? Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So my anointing, my gift is to peek behind the curtain, right? I do this in businesses and look at the infrastructure. Put infrastructure in the comments. Infrastructure. What does infrastructure mean? How is the business components organized? Business infrastructure is comparable to like the skeletal system in the body. If there is no bone, if there is no structure, nothing that you're doing has real sustainability. So if I come into your business on a Monday morning, and Mondays are my favorite day, by the way. Who can relate? Some people hate Mondays. I love Mondays. My energy is fresh. I just finished turning up for the weekend, having a good time with my family, my loved ones. I love Mondays. I wake up feeling renewed, ready to just get the week going, right? But I find that some people really, really, really hate Mondays because it's the signal that the weekend is over. To each their own. But if I look into your business on a Monday morning, what am I going to see you doing? I find most people have no time management infrastructure. Most people don't even plan for the success. They just hope it occurs. You're winging it. And you want all this money, all this success, all this cash flow. But are you the size container for these blessings? You keep going under the full moon, trying to invoke. You keep writing out in your affirmation journal. Have you structured your work ethic, your work style, the way you live to be able to embody it? Like I said earlier in this live, if I'm an investor and I want to pour $600,000 into your company, I am going to vet how you operate. I'm going to want to see what's happening in your business on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to want to study your formula for how you generate cash flow, how you financially manage. I'm going to want to see your budget. I'm going to want to see how much it costs your business to operate. I'm going to want to see how much you've allocated for marketing and advertising. I'm going to want to be, but I find that you get people who are lucky in entrepreneurship and they're able to literally create some income, but they have no idea how they did it. And it's not duplicatable. It's not sustainable because you don't have no order. When I was going through my spiritual development journey, and I've been coined the spiritual business strategist for a reason, because I use spiritual principles to help people build multi-million-dollar companies. And so when I was going through these transitions and I was learning how to like put all of this together so that people could experience the kind of freedom that I live, wake up when you want, go to sleep when you want, take naps when you want. I wake up and I go in my yard in my home and I pick figs from my fig tree and apples from the apple tree, right? Like to be able to live in this real thing, right? There's some spiritual foundational things that must be in place. You cannot be successful at full-time entrepreneurship and not believe in yourself. It's going to be very difficult because as soon as a challenging day comes that triggers your nervous system because you're used to getting your paycheck every 2 weeks. But in full-time entrepreneurship, you can get your paycheck literally every single day. You can have one day that is so financially successful in your business that it takes care of your financial responsibilities for the entire month. That's a different level of energy and clarity and power. Entrepreneurship is very powerful for the person who lives from their creative center versus the person who uses their creativity to make other people's dreams come true. There's a difference. So when I'm laying in my bed doing a live on a Monday morning, talking to people all over the world, encouraging you to identify if your business is actually operational. Doing events does not make your business operational. Having a successful retreat, having a successful healing circle does not mean your business is actually operating. It means your events are occurring. When I'm talking about infrastructure, operating, who answers the phones? What phone number are people calling? Who's checking the emails? And what happens in that? Who's managing the funnels and the lead magnets and making sure the technology and all these systems, who's auditing the systems and when do they get operational? You want big blessings, but you move in miniature energy. Are you the size container for the things you're looking for? Do you even know where to start? This is why I birth the resources, the experiences for entrepreneurs that I do. And 11/11, save the date. All of you, if you're in entrepreneurship, should be living by your calendar. I don't know how you could have a business and not live by your calendar. Can we start there? Can we start there? How do you have a business and no time management? Time is money, and don't believe the myth that becoming an entrepreneur means you no longer trade dollars for time. That's not true. You better be tracing your time. You better be aware of how much time you spend on the phone with people for free and discovery calls. You better be aware of what your conversion rate is and how many calls it takes you to close a sale. Like, yeah, you still are trading your time, your energy, one of your greatest assets and resources that is irreplaceable, for currency. So you need structure. So like I was saying earlier, when I was going through my spiritual development journey and I was evolving and I was working my faith muscle and I was building up my belief in myself. So you need self-belief to be successful in entrepreneurship, but you also need self-trust. Put that in the comments. Because some of y'all, when y'all type it out or write it out, it encodes it in your brain, right? Put that in the comments. Self-trust. You need self-trust to move in this domain and to move powerfully. I recognize through the Kemetic tradition, right? My first deep connection with indigenous spirituality came through the Kemetic path. And I realized that I could not fully receive Sekhmet without Ma'at. Ma'at is the symbolism of divine order. Sekhmet is the symbolism of raw, unapologetic power. I could not get the power without the order first. Some of you put the cart before the horse. You want to go out here and impact people all over the world, but you can't even organize your calendar and your email. There's a scripture in the Bible that talks about, to whom much is given, much is required. Big success requires an ordered, disciplined mind. Big success, and I'm going like this because I'm going live in multiple places. I think y'all done figured that out, right? So because I'm working from my bed, I said, I'll just turn and just talk to the people. But put that in the comments. Big success requires order and discipline. And what you resist cycles. So when I hear people who are trying to or are in full-time entrepreneurship complain, describe chronic burnout, always feeling overwhelmed or exhausted, I can tell right away that I'm dealing with infrastructural issues. Because if you have the authority and the ability to design your life, that's what entrepreneurship is about. It's about the freedom, right? So if you have the freedom and the ability to design your lifestyle any way you want, monetize it, why the hell would you create something that will exhaust you and burn you out? You would only do that if you don't know what you don't know. And when you don't know what you're doing, you wing it. And then you find out in the midst of implementation, this shit is tiring. I thought it would be more freedom. I thought not being in the 9 to 5 would give me more freedom. No, it's not that the environment dictates your state of being, because wherever you go, there you are. Doesn't matter if you're in the cubicle, doesn't matter if you're on the beach. Work is work. But if you can get some self-belief, some self-trust, some self-mastery, if you can get some emotional discipline, if you can get some fortitude and actually learn how to do business, how to structure a business model that allows you to stay centered in your joy, that creates passive income, that creates real-time opportunities for you to be creative and just launch whatever your soul is telling you is the people need from you. If you figure out how to create the bones in a business, then everything can stand. And you are not going to experience burnout and overwhelm. You'll experience intensity and implementing and launching and the energy that's required for that. But the fuse won't burn out, because one of the things you'll do as part of your practice and self-care is not do so much alone. You'll step out of being the OOO, which is what I call the only operating officer. You're the only one getting all the things done. And you'll actually learn how to successfully build your dream team. These are the things that I teach entrepreneurs who cross my path. I've coined it the 888 code. Put that in the comments. The 888 code. For those of you who are into numerology and the patterns of numbers, you know that 8 has been characterized through the infinity symbol. It is the number of infinite abundance. I have been a full-time entrepreneur for 12 years non-stop in an industry that nobody understood when I got started. It fascinates me how I remember the days being in the grocery store, looking at a woman with my business card saying, "Hey, I want to give you the womb sauna experience." And they would be looking at me like, "What is a womb sauna? Like, what is this woman?" And how do you explain to somebody you got to get butt naked, sit on a pot of herbs, is going to change your life? What? But here I am, having reached millions through my message of healing everything. I have empowered thousands of women, one-on-one, sat them on my pod, and created a 6-figure plus income business. Steaming wombs with herbs. It's not the service. I'm not a service pusher. I'm not a product pusher. Yes, we have God medicine. Yes, we got products. Yes, we have 5 farms in 5 different countries. All of that. Yeah. If y'all need to check my receipts and my credentials, Google me, go to the website, thewombsauna.com, and really read my bio and see who I am. If you're new to me, those of you who are familiar with me, you were witnessing this journey of me being able to sit here on a Monday morning and work from my bed with a t-shirt that says relax. This is my life. I know what's possible when you get order and structure in business management. Your operational structure. What's the day-to-day functioning? Your marketing and sales infrastructure. How do we create income? What is working? What's the low-hanging fruit? What's the high-hanging fruit? What's the in-between? Like, what is it that people need from me? Not just what will they buy? Because again, we're not product pushers or service pushers. We are empowerment professionals. I deal with heart-centered entrepreneurs who want the opportunity to monetize themselves. One of my mentors, shout out to Sister Mathina, she came into my life at the divine time and has coached me, and what you see is part of who she is and has been as my mentor. But I remember years ago, she said to me, Tama, the day that you learn how to monetize yourself is the day that you will never run out of money. And I saw the difference between the two ideologies reflected in my analytics of my marketing reports. I would be on social media and I would notice when I would post a flyer template for an event that I spent all this energy in Canva creating, making it look real pretty and real nice. And I put it up there and nobody cares. Nobody cared. I'm just going to be honest. Nobody really cared. But as soon as I put up a cute selfie, just a picture of myself feeling beautiful that day, there was all this traction, all this energy. Put some hearts, put some likes if you can relate to that in your marketing. Do you notice the difference? Are you even checking your analytics? That's something I go over in my infrastructure training, right? How do you actually understand these reports and what they're telling you and what organic means and what the difference is between organic traffic and paid? Like, I go through all of that with you. We go through all of that in my training, in the AAA code. So, but do you notice the difference? So when my mentor said that to me, she said, monetize yourself. It doesn't matter what you sell. People are interested in buying the different expressions you offer them of yourself. So if you offer yourself through the service called the Womb Sauna Yoni Steam, oh, okay, I can connect with her with that. If you offer, God medicine and products and teach people how to make tea time sacred and teach them how to experience herbal therapy. Okay, great. Some people are going to connect on that. You're going to find that some people are going to connect with your rants about what's happening in love and relationships. Some people are going to connect with your funny reels, right? But just be yourself. And if you learn how to monetize yourself, you'll never run out of money. Doesn't matter if you're selling lipstick, hair, houses. If you are authentic, everything is vibrational. Put that in the comments. Everything is vibrational. And even your business model and how you structure it and organize it is vibrational. And is it an authentic reflection of you? Or are you running somebody else's template for success? I don't sell my template of success. Part of the reason the entrepreneurs that I coach come into the 888 code, which is a 5-day virtual work clinic, executive level. I sit with empowerment professionals and I hand walk you through organizing your business infrastructure. We dock up. It's not lecture style. It's not cute little boop, 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 boop. And a lot of healing takes place. I give you one day in this process with me to heal any entrepreneurial trauma that you've experienced. If this isn't your first time attempting to be successful in business, I will go ahead and help you figure out how to flush out any grief, any anxiety. I give you self-care hacks that I use to remain fully present to the commitment I need to make each day to operate my business. It's not enough to have a great idea, get a logo and a website and an EIN, and you ain't doing nothing though. I should be able to knock on the door of your business, whether it's virtual, brick and mortar, or whatever, and see some activity and see some consistent activity and see what is happening day to day that is fueling this, that makes it investable, that makes it profitable. And if you have checked out of your own vision, that's why it's not actualized. And I notice that people check out when they don't know what they're doing and they're winging it. And you get to a point of overwhelm and it is discouraging. But that's why I'm here. And one of the mantras that I've been chanting the past few weeks that I've offered to, I have a woman's circle of empowerment. We meet once a week and just point to each other, set our intentions up for the week. One of the mantras that I've been encoding in that circle and I've been using in my life is I fully accept my significance. Put that in the comments. I fully accept my significance. I fully accept my significance. See, when you're in that kind of clarity, you can't help but show up. Figuring out how to make your vision, your dream for your business a reality becomes non-negotiable. It's not an option. Your business isn't a hobby. It's not something that feels satisfying to do part-time on the side. I'm the type of person that can function well under pressure. So I backed myself up into a corner and said, I have got to discover what happens to my life if I treat my business like my full-time commitment. If my business actually got 40 hours out of me like that job gets, I wonder if I can make more money and be more satisfied with myself and my lifestyle. What's more important to me? See, the choices that you make that affect how you operate or don't in your business are a direct reflection of your values and your beliefs. Your choices are dictating every outcome in your life right now. So if your business isn't making any money, there is something in your value system and how you're using your time and what you're doing that is creating the outcome of not having enough. But my values, it's clear to me that it's more important to me to wake up when I feel like it and sleep as much as I need to and still be able to take care of my life than it is to have somebody tell me where I need to be at what time and how long I need to stay there and what I need to do when I'm there. I have a different value system, so that gives me a different fortitude and a different capacity to get things done because I don't lack clarity. I'm not confused. I'm not fighting an internal war with myself about what I want to do. And these are the things that I help entrepreneurs resolve so that you can get to the work and get to the bag. Because it doesn't matter if you have the idea and you can't implement it. It doesn't matter if you're passionate and you're not profiting. And I teach people how to have the bridge between your passion and your profits. How do I take this idea and fully align with my own vision, monetize it, and get some money moving? You got to do the work. And you get lost when, number one, you're the OOO, only operating officer. There is nobody monitoring your blind spots, helping you comb through your brain and your ideas about how this should go, right? I need somebody. I've done retreats with 100 attendees and all of that, and I will never forget the devastation I felt when I thought we were going to clear that event in the green and ended up in the red by $9,000, all because I was the only one looking at the budget and made a mistake in the formula to calculate the number, the profit number. I said, damn it, if I had just had another brain checking behind the things I was doing. That's why tribe life is the advantage. That's why finding people who have the experience, the lifestyle, the knowledge that you need to get to your next level is a worthy investment of your time, your energy, and your resources, because you got to figure out, if you're going to do this full-time entrepreneurship journey, you got to figure out what you need to set up for yourself to be successful. I know who can mentor me and coach me. They speak my language. When I'm listening to them, I'm taking notes. I'm getting downloads. I'm like, oh, they're activating me. If you coaching and doing stuff and all you got to show for it is a bunch of handbooks and ebooks and stuff, then that's not much. That's not activation. That's just information. And yes, you can hoard information, stack it, but if you can't implement, if you can't get activated, that's why in my AAA code class, I'm not giving you a bunch of pages of information. You can get that off of Google. We're in the information age. You can go to sba.gov and get information. People invest in spending 5 days with me because they know we're going to work. We're going to dock up. They know that on day one, their time management, their schedule is set. And it's not set on Post-it notes or a clipboard. I make you decide what your calendar management system is going to be. And I train you on how to set it up in a way so that you can be successful with tracking every hour of your time. Right? Day 2, we get into, okay, what's the communication I need to be having with the people who need me? AKA marketing. And how do I structure that? And what systems can I use? And how can I automate some of that? And how do I know the difference between when I'm doing too much automation and people need my real-time energy? And what if I don't like how I look on camera? What if I have self-esteem issues? How do I overcome that? And we do it in real time. Every round that I have ran this class, literally, I watch people in real time make money by day 3 of this training. They don't even know how easy it is. And I could turn this training into 30 days. No, I do it 5 days intentionally because I teach entrepreneurs how easy it is to be successful. The assumption is that it's just too much. No, you just don't know what you don't know. And that's part of my gift. My entire life, I've been entrepreneurial and running businesses and writing books and reaching media outlets. I've been in newspapers, commercials, all of that. Sheen, Huffington Post, all of that. Go check my resume. Go check the link in my bio. Go to thewombsauna.com/Tama and see who I am. It will help you understand that nothing is impossible. That when your spiritual foundation, when you get clear on your values and your truth, it grows your capacity and it gives you fortitude. So even on the difficult days, because see, you go from a paycheck every week or a paycheck every 2 weeks to, every day is my payday. That's a different kind of vibration and clarity. That every day I can be moving money, I can be circulating it. But you have to get operational first. You got to get open for business. And being open for business takes more than just an idea and passion. It takes structure and order and functionality, systems. Right? And I also am a genius with keeping the operational budget light so that it doesn't cost so much money just to be operational in business. I have seen passionate, powerful entrepreneurs go out of business because their operational budget is too high. So they'll do things like pay $200 to send emails every month when you can buy tech outright and eliminate that cost. But you don't know that unless you are around people who know that and do that and move like that. I remember the year that I reduced my operational budget by 40% overnight by buying my tech outright and owning it for life. I don't pay for landing pages. Why would I pay for landing pages when I can own the tech that creates landing pages? Why would I pay for email marketing when I can own the technology that pays for email marketing and eliminate that monthly recurring expense. But you don't know what you don't know, because if you surround yourself with workers who are employee minded, and you're not surrounded by moguls who have empires and real expenses. So if I know I'm going to hire a team of people to help me do what I do and operate my business, I want to have the capital to do that. I want to have the money to do that. So I'll look at my budget and say, where can I free up some cash so that I can scale and grow the business, versus I'm so invested in making it look a certain way and making it and doing what everybody else do. I don't follow trends, I set them. And how I operate the womb sauna is my trend for my business. But I have the mental discipline to walk through these decisions and decide what needs to happen, because I actually have infrastructure. I've organized how my business operates. I have processes, protocols, and procedures for every aspect of my company. Anybody in any position that's being onboarded goes through the same initial training, right? They get the same information. There's certain things that you got to get in place if you want to move at a certain level. There's certain decisions you're going to have to make as the one who is the key decision maker. And you're going to need a certain level of self-belief and self-trust and business acumen to be successful with that. So I just wanted to chat with y'all this morning and ask you, is your business actually operational? It is the end of October 2024. Is 2025 planned or no? Your marketing timeline, is it done? No? So you going to wait till January? You going to wait until you end 2025? Because now is the time. And I could see, if you're by yourself and you're trying to do all this alone, how it can become overwhelming and burn you out. But if you're wise, you'll get a tribe and you'll connect with people who are moving at the level you want to move, and you will resource their energy, and then you will go off and achieve everything you've set your mind to achieve. Got some decisions to make. I want to invite you into process with me. Like I said, I have a 5-day business infrastructure training. It is called the 888 Code. You can go to thewombsauna.com/events. Or if you're on the gram, just go to the link in my bio and you'll see right there the button for the 888 code. Go look at it. I want you to sign up if you need it. But before you do, I want your yes to be very clear. I want you to resonate with it and know that you need it. And come sit with me and let's work. Let's get things organized. Let's get your 2025 set up for your business and what you want to do. Let's get you the freedom you seek. Let's activate more joy in your lifestyle. But I gotta comb through your thoughts, your choices, and your decisions. I gotta assess, is this an operational business? And if it's not, we need to get it going. I've had people in this training at all stages of business. What I teach, it doesn't matter if you're experienced or at the startup phase, because the skills that I give you, you're going to need at every phase of business. You're going to need it at every phase. And because it's a virtual work clinic, it's not lecture style templates, handbooks, but you're actually working. I have had people sign up almost every single round that I've done it. They keep coming back because they're like, I need that energy. I need that community. I know that when I get in here, I'm going to get a reset. It's going to vibrate at the frequency I need it to for the next phase of what I'm trying to get done in my business. I teach people how to heal everything. I started with the steaming of the wombs, but literally anything that a woman needs to be whole, empowered, focused, she can find at the womb sauna. And that is my commitment, and that is my joy. And I do it every single day. I birth businesses. I birth product lines. I have the resources and the network to literally go create people's product lines. We have 5 farms in 5 different countries and a whole manufacturing team. And I love it. I love the look on people's faces when I get the graphics back from our design team for their labels and they see the mock-ups and they're like, oh my God, this is mine. I love that I can give people the experience of going to sleep and waking up to money and teach them how to design that as part of their business model and then turn it on. It's one thing to chant it and say that's what you want. That's one thing. It's something entirely different to actually have it and experience it and fully activate it, manifest it, whatever words you want to use, right? So I love this part of my gift. I love that I get to sit with the entrepreneurs and say, hey, are we actually working? What are you doing? And they'd be like, Taylor, why are you looking over my shoulder? Your calendar says you're supposed to be working in your business, on your business, or out. Where are we today? Because on Mondays, you said you was going to be in, and I don't see no activity. What's going on? And I teach you in real time how to operate your business. Day-to-day operation. Not convenient operation when I feel like it, or convenient operation when my 9 to 5 ain't taking over my life. No. If you want the freedom that I live in, the freedom that I have, I can do what I want when I want to do it. I can travel when I want. I can homeschool my daughter. I don't have the anxiety of what's happening when she's at school and I'm away. Because I school her. And I was intentional about that entering motherhood. I wanted to make sure that I literally had the freedom to do the parenting with my daughter that I want to do. These are the types of things I want everybody to be able to have. I want you to feel like you own your life. Your life is yours and you can do what you want with it without sacrificing income. I want you to be able to see your income triple because you figured out what to do with yourself and you figured out how to operate a business successfully. And so come enroll in the class. We already have enrollees, right? So they are rolling in quickly. And there is a cap on this 5-day training because it is so experiential and we're working at a depth at an executive level. Decision-making time, right? I do have a cap on how many people are allowed to enroll at a time. And so if this is resonating with you and you're like, you know what, Taima, I actually need this. I really have been winging it. I have not been organized. I have a lot of gaps between actually operating my business. Sometimes I'm fully in it. It's like these peaks. I get really excited and I drop as soon as my excitement ends and I ain't doing nothing with my business. And then I feel a download coming. Oh, the people need a retreat. So now I'm doing a retreat, but I'm not operating my business any other time. And then now I got to work, and do all these other things and make sure I meet the budget for the retreat. Come on now. You know you're all over the place. And if you know, so do the people you serve. They know too. And their love for you may allow them to invest in you, but at some point, that's not a sustainable business model. At some point, you should grow and become more organized, more disciplined, and better at doing business. And that's what this training is for, to help you do that. Okay. And if you have questions, you can reach out to my team. We answer our phones 24/7. All right. Let's say you want to talk a little bit more. You have some questions after catching this live. Call 888-576-9662. It doesn't matter what time zone you're in. We have a global impact. We're an international company. And so we answer our phones 24/7. Call us and let's, figure out what your question is and get it answered. Or you can post it in the comments. I'll answer it. I'll come back and comb through the comments and see. But I hope to see you in class because I know that 11/11, we are opening up a door to your next level of success. And you are worthy and ready. And just because you're tired doesn't mean you aren't worthy and ready. Tired can no longer be your excuse. Tired can no longer be your excuse on why you're not getting stuff done. It's not because you're tired. Because when you at your 9 to 5 and your boss puts a task on you, whether you're tired or not, if you know how to get the task done, you do it. So it's not the tiredness that's the issue. It's that you don't know what you don't know. And for my entrepreneurs that's been in business for a long time, because, sometimes my sisters and my friends in business will rant and be like, I know what I know and I did that, but it's not working though. So you need some new knowledge. You need a new activation. You need a refreshing. And that's okay. But don't opt out of getting support and putting yourself in work mode under the excuse that, well, I tried before. If you're not succeeding, you're failing. It doesn't matter what you've done before. What matters is what you're doing right now, what you're choosing right now, your mindset right now, your philosophy about your business and what success means and what you think you have to do or don't have to or shouldn't have to do. Toxic entitlement happens in entrepreneurship as well, where you feel entitled to a certain income level that you don't have the business structure for. $1 million businesses have a particular business model and infrastructure. And does it match what you have going on right now? Some of you got to be honest with yourself and say, no, it doesn't. And that's why you don't have the capacity. You're not the size container. Your business has not become the size container for the kind of blessings you feel entitled to. And I don't care if you've been in business and entrepreneurship for 20 years. If you've been disorganized for 20 years, you're going to have disorganized results. So avoidance is not going to get you where you want to go. It's just not going to work. Avoidance ain't going to work. You have got to get some order and some discipline and some structure for your next phase. Or not. Because the joy and what makes the freedom of entrepreneurship so enticing is that you get to choose what happens next. That's the opportunity. You get to choose what happens next. I get to choose to work wherever I want to work. I get to choose to sit on this live on a Monday morning in my bed working, talking to the people on the World Wide Web. You get to choose too. You get to own those choices. You get to accept the impact of those choices. So I'm excited. Thank you to those of you who've already enrolled in the 888 code and you're already making moves and getting prepared for this 5-day training with me, because we're going to be working. We're going to dock up and get stuff checked off the list. There are full pay options. There's flex pay options, right? The price of the training is going up November 1st, 11/1. So you better catch it and lock in before the 1st. Okay. After the 1st, you can still come in, but the price will be different. So if this resonates and it's a yes for you, then act upon your yes and give yourself what you need. Because I'm excited and I'm ready to work with you and make sure that you have more structure and that your business is actually operational. I'm excited about it. Let's go impact the world. It's not just about the money for me, even though, me and money are BFFs. I love money. I love lots of it. But it's the impact. It's seeing you light up with joy and say, oh my God, I was able to do it. I was able to make that shift. I'm able to now not feel 9 to 5 because I actually, figured out how to replace that income with my business. What a feeling, right? Not only am I able to do that, I'm able to impact and transform lives. I'm here for the heart-centered professionals. I know what y'all need. I know how frustrating it is to be so passionate and so gifted by God, wanting to serve, but feeling like you're going to go broke doing it because you haven't figured out how to structure it. You haven't figured out how to monetize yourself, right? I'm here to help, and I help very well. And I am proud of the impact I've been able to create in businesses through this training, giving them the infrastructure. Once you get the infrastructure and you understand how to organize it and become operational, it's a wrap. You just run the successful template over and over again. And then as you begin to go into the scaling phase, you grow it, you expand it, you adapt, right? And you learn how to then obtain the next level of success. But it's one thing to have passion. It's one thing to have an idea. It's a whole other thing to have an operational business. One that is investable, Googleable, searchable, viable. If an investor says, show me the budget, can you show how you run your numbers? Oh, hold up. Let me see. Is all of your business transactions happening through your personal account? Like, there's some real things we gotta just get in order. How are you handling payroll? Paying your team, right? And the beautiful thing is, because people come into this training at different stages of business development, they're able to see and activate each other as we're all working together and getting some things done for your business to make sure it's operational. We're able to learn and get different levels of knowledge from each other. It's a beautiful experience. You should have it. Come on into the AAA code. They call me the spiritual business strategist for a reason. I'm a great activator. It's hard to be in my energy and be dormant, stuck, and stagnant. You will be extremely uncomfortable if you're loyal to remaining stuck, stagnant, and dormant, because my energy activates. We get to it. We get to the root of things, and then we get to work. I'm not the kind of coach that's going to just give you information. I'm going to hold you accountable for what you do with the information I give you, and I do it in real time. I don't just tell you, you need better time management, and then wait for you to create it. No, I create a sacred container where we get your time management in order. I don't just tell you, you need to be consistent with your marketing. No, in real time, we practice consistent marketing. I don't just tell you, hey, you need financial management and sales infrastructure. In real time, we go over your budget and run your numbers. Right? So this is sacred. It's right on schedule, because your 2025, if it is not planned for your business, should be. It's the end of October. We're going into the holiday season. Right? Learn in my process, in my training, and I just wanted to talk to you about it, and I wanted to confront you with the question, is your business actually operational? Because having, events, no, that doesn't make you operational. It just makes you a great event manager. It doesn't make you a mogul. It doesn't mean your empire is functioning at the highest level. It means you're very good at curating events, unless your business is, event management, but I digress. Y'all get the point. Y'all know what I mean. But is it operational? What's happening day to day in your business? You'd be surprised. I want y'all to grab your journals after this live and really write the answer down to that. Is my business operational? What do I have to show for the operations of my business day to day? Have I even organized it that well? Or do I only operate my business when I feel like it, when I feel good? Is that the legacy? Or is there more? I like to offer to you that there is more. Put that in the comments. There is more. There's more available. And I would love for you to discover it. And I'll show it to you in the AAA code. And act some perpetual abundance, some sustainable success. It is frustrating to have this bout of success and then failure, and then be doing this in your business. You don't have to. You this. You can have steady. You can have secure. But you're not going to get it not operating, not being functional and organized, and having infrastructure. You can't achieve it without infrastructure. And you have to create it. You have to figure out what's successful for your business model and your vision and the kind of lifestyle you want to live. Some of you want government contracts. Okay. There's a way to get them. Some of you don't. And that's valid too. But how are you going to know what works if you're not even working it? So again, my philosophy when it comes to training entrepreneurs is the only way to learn how to do business is to do business. Telling you how to ride a bike is not going to teach you how to do it. I'm going to have to put you on the bike and get your feet pedaling. And that's what I do in my 5-day business infrastructure training. It is called the 888 Code. Go to thewombsummit.com/events. You'll see the information. So for those of you who are on the gram, all you got to a part of you that you've been needing to activate so that you can have the sustainable joy and success as a full-time entrepreneur. There's some things that you need to know and activate first. Some of the things is your self-belief, your self-trust. But the other piece is you just don't know what you don't know because you're not surrounded by people moving at the higher level of business. If all of the people in your circle are operating at the same level of business acumen, then that's why you don't have more knowledge. You got to get around people who are at a higher level, who've been able to accomplish more and do more and give you some shortcuts and not feel guilty about that, but invest in those kind of relationships so that you can continue to move forward and not get stuck and overwhelmed. All right. So I love y'all. I got to go. I feel like I gave y'all enough energy. I hope that I'll see many of you in the training. And if not, I hope this live was enough to activate some things and some clarity for you. So deep bow to all of you who are courageous enough to run a business. And I hope it's operational and not just an idea that keeps tossing around in your head that you got to file paperwork for every year, even though it ain't even doing nothing. All right. So I hope that you got what you needed from this live. I love you. Enjoy your day. Peace.